What is going on, guys? The Inside the Booth podcast, and today we're talking about the New York Giants today, of how they're playing against the Chicago Bears. And this game is going on today. I'm recording this on a Sunday, probably the first time of the season that I'm recording a video on the same day as game day. So it's going to be pretty short and sweet. I don't expect this video to be very long, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. We're on the road to 400 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you that smashes that big red button. But let's get into it. And I tell you what, this is a game that I'm always going to say is winnable. The Bears are the Bears, but they're an improved team under Ben Johnson. I mean, the offense looks better. They are able to do a lot of things good, but obviously I think there are a little bit of downsides with Caleb Williams' game. And I think if the Giants want to win this football game today, it's that same identity question. It starts with Dexter Lawrence. It starts with Brian Burns. I expect him to have a big-time game. Maybe Brian Burns continues to rack up that sack total. He has the opportunity to have 20 sacks in a season. I tell you what, and I don't sugarcoat that either. It's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, but since he plays for the New York Giants, I don't think that's going to happen. And I know that's obviously frustrating because of the season that Brian Burns is having, and the lack of winning for the New York Giants is frustrating as well. Not only as a fan base, but definitely in the locker room as well. Because, I mean, I'd be pissed off if I'm having, a 3-sack game or something like that. I'm making a big-time impact, and my team loses in the dumbest ways. And, I mean, that's what the Giants do, is they're going to lose games like that. And, I mean, it's a learning experience with a young quarterback in Jackson Dart. But at the end of the day, I think this is a winnable football game. Obviously, we want to win games. But, again, in my opinion, I don't like to say it, but I do want to have a top draft pick, I'm not going to lie, and get one of those top wide receivers or top offensive linemen. I won't lie. But, I love winning football games. I love victory pods. But, I think this is a game that if the Giants are able to get to Caleb Williams, I bet he is going to turn the football over. And we haven't really seen that. I haven't really seen the Giants really picking up interceptions, picking up fumbles, really. I need to see more of that. I need to see more forced fumbles, not missed tackles. So there's a lot of guys to highlight on the defense that I want to see a better game out of. I want to see a better game out of Tyler Nubin this week. I know he's gotten a lot of criticism this season because he's been missing tackles, missing angles on tackles. But hey, this is his second year in the league. I'm not expecting him to be some all-pro coming out of the college he came out of in his second season. So, there's that. Another player to look out for is Wan'Dale Robinson. I want to see him, try and tear up this Bears secondary and Bears defense overall. I want to see him have a 100-yard game. That's asking a lot because of how, Wan'Dale kind of plays. He's more of like a 8 catches for 55 yards, but I want to see more, explosive out of Wan'Dale Robinson this week. Another player to kind of highlight is going to be how they use the running backs. I know Devin Singletary actually out-carried Tyrone Tracy 8-5. So, I wonder how they're going to utilize both of those guys this week. And, just how this team plays overall against the Bears team that, is starting to up and come and be a good football team. The NFC North is getting pretty interesting with the Lions, Vikings, Green Bay Packers, obviously, and the Bears. So, it's a fun division, obviously, so we'll see how all of those teams shape out. But, just one more thing to kind of add is, what type of game are we going to get out of Shane Bowen? Are we going to get a masterclass game, how he is able to carve up this Ben Johnson, funky, creative offense? Or are we going to see another game where DeAndre Swift is rushing for 150 yards or something like that? Rome Odunze, who didn't do anything in that Bengals game, has a bounce-back week against a poor Giants secondary. I don't know who they're going to put on Rome, but, it's going to be a very tough matchup for this Giants defense. We'll see how aggressive Brian Dable gets on 4th downs, 3rd downs, and obviously the big-time main character to watch is my guy, our quarterback one, Jackson Dart, and how he is able to play on the road. I believe this game is going to be very windy, if I'm not mistaken, from the weather forecast. But, that just means, maybe we'll run the football more. Maybe, we'll give Tyrone Tracy 10-plus carries, and he's using both his legs and he's catching the football because he can do that. I mean, you can line him up outside if you really wanted to, and I think he's going to catch the football. Darius Slayton, we got to remove the drops. Theo Johnson, we got to get better at catching the football. And this offensive line, PFF ranked them 14th, and it's been an improving unit. Marcus Bow played good when he was called upon, and we'll see how this team plays. I mean, I think they're gonna make it competitive. I think this is gonna be a good game, but I feel like anytime the Giants go into Chicago, it's always a mess. It's always a mess. They're fumbling the football. They're not getting off to a hot start. So we'll see how this game goes. But that's really all I have for this pregame pod. Obviously, it's today at 1 o'clock. Leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get a freaking win. Why not? I mean, I know we want to get a top draft pick. I know if you ask any Giants fan, he probably wants a top draft pick. And, I mean, there's a lot of guys to, look out for, whether it's Tate from OSU, a wide receiver, I believe, whether it's Jordan Tyson, another wide receiver, or it's, someone on the offensive line. Like, pretty sure his name is Spencer Fano from Utah. I know he's been pretty good this season. So, listen, let's try and get a win. Let's not get embarrassed. And I don't want to rant, later today. Let's just make it competitive, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go, Big Blue.